Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Let's go and check out 10 times WWE wrestlers embarrassingly forgot their lines. It keeps happening even today, and I really love when their opponent and whoever is listening to them, if there is like heat, when they call it out, they're like, you know. It just makes it more real. I love it. All right, let's go and check out this video by WrestleLamia.
How do you address those skeptics?
Well, the skeptics and all the people have a little bit of...
Yeah.
Let me do this again.
Live, Al.
Sorry. Anybody has any
live?
doubt?
One of the most prominent
We're
complaints
live,
in
that's
relation to
the worst.
modern WWE is that the promos are overly scripted. Fans believe that promos should be organic and come from the heart, rather
Hell
than have
yeah.
every word scripted for each superstar.
Hell yeah. And genuinely, in my opinion, I love when they like speak completely normal, like they would be speaking to you on the streets or whatever, than when they come up with poetic language and whatnot that you know they actually rehearsed and scripted.
A country that will die.
However, it's not just the fans that feel this way, as over the years, numerous superstars, including top names, have struggled memorizing a written promo and have completely forgotten their lines during it. But which were the worst?
Right here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Yeah. We're not in Pittsburgh, but regardless.
Let's pretend we're in Pittsburgh.
Well, join us now as
Let's
WrestleLamia looks
pretend.
at 10 times WWE wrestlers embarrassingly forgot their lines during a promo.
Sorry.
Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling
Let's
videos
go.
and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists.
We will ban you from the Summerfest.
He'll be banned from SummerSlam is what you're saying.
SummerSlam.
Slammed out.
So wait a second.
And Summerfest, whatever that is.
And
10,
Summerfest, whatever that
Tamina.
is.
Tamina has been in the WWE for over 10 years and has been known to be one of the most reliable women's superstars on the roster, who is seemingly respected by every woman in the locker room.
I don't know
One
her.
thing Tamina has always struggled on is her promos, and particularly memorizing lines. Take for instance the SmackDown Live following Money in the Bank
That's why she's
2017,
not in
as
WWE
Carmella
anymore?
had just won the first ever women's Money in the Bank match, albeit under controversial circumstances.
Yeah, that's not fair.
As James Ellsworth was the one who actually grabbed the briefcase,
Yeah,
but the
that's
other
not
competitors in the match
fair.
would come down to the ring on SmackDown to take issue with the ending of the match, and during the promo exchange, Charlotte Flair would inform Natalya,
And if you don't shut up, I'm gonna make you look like Ellsworth.
Tamina then awkwardly delivered the exact same line, clearly forgetting her actual line that she was supposed to deliver.
You need to be quiet or you're gonna start looking like Ellsworth.
Oh my god, cringe, get me out of here. No!
Incredibly awkward, and there was a few seconds of dead air before SmackDown General Manager Daniel Bryan broke the silence. Poor girl, the cringe was just too much. Number 9, Kalisto.
We would like to announce the phenomenal AJ Styles.
The WWE draft in the past has given WWE superstars an opportunity to start completely fresh on a new brand. However, for Kalisto, his fresh start on SmackDown during the draft in 2016 couldn't have gone much worse. Kalisto would cut a backstage promo after being drafted to the Blue brand, and it was clear within the first second of the promo that he was nervous and didn't have a clue what to say. He began by saying Baron Corbin's name completely wrong, calling him Baron Corey. Kalisto's promo went even further downhill from there, as the former US champion then proceeded to reveal that he was here to stay and that he was here for a good lucha thing.
I'm here to stay. Make
Good lucha
make
thing?
a good lucha thing.
God! The way he just like, and ran out. Yep.
It was incredibly awkward, and at the end of the interview, Kalisto literally ran away from the interview area because of how uncomfortable the promo made him.
Clear, guys. Thank you. Awesome job.
No, it's
Camera.
All right, guys, we're moving on. You want to do something?
Thankfully, he's now improved. Number 8, Kurt Angle. Have you ever
course,
wondered
with
what
experience
Vince
you
McMahon
improve.
advises talent who can't remember their promo? Well, according to Kurt Angle, he suggested putting the promo script in his pocket on one occasion. This occurred on Raw in 2016, as Angle was supposed to cut a promo with Sheamus and Cesaro on the road to Survivor Series. However, his mind froze and he completely forgot his promo, meaning he had to improvise.
What are you gonna offer us? You gonna offer us a Raw Tag Team Championship match? listen, you guys need to do this.
When Angle would get backstage, he would apologize to Vince, and Vince offered the former Raw general manager some advice. He would state, "I remember I forgot a promo, the whole entire promo while I was out there. I went back and I said, Vince, I'm sorry, man." He said, "Next time," and he pulls the promo out, he says, "Put it in your pocket, and if you forget, pull it out." The problem I had with that is if I had notes in my pocket, I'm not gonna remember. Number 7.
I'm not gonna remember that I have notes in my pocket, or I'm not gonna remember the promo.
Batista.
WrestleMania 30, right here in the Silverdome. I can't believe. I'm sorry, it is the Superdome, brothers.
Yes, we know.
Sometimes
brother.
in wrestling, the best moments can occur completely by accident. During the build to Triple H versus Batista's match at WrestleMania 35,
That was so disgusting.
Batista would cut an infamous promo aimed towards Triple H, where he would scream,
Give me what I want. Give me what I want.
However, this was never in the script, and Batista threw this line in because he actually forgot his lines. Speaking to Chris Van Vliet, Batista would reveal, "It's weird because we got somewhere in that thing. It was supposed to be that, but we didn't really figure it out. We didn't talk about it. It wasn't written out, so there were certain things we were looking for in that promo, and there were certain things I hadn't said, so we kept dragging it out, and I wasn't sure what it was, so I had to keep escalating. Because once I went out there, I couldn't go back, so that's why I kept screaming it louder and louder, and I'm waiting for his cue, and he's waiting for my cue, and we just weren't getting there."
That is so awkward. And also, like, Batista, you can't be forgetting lines. You're an actor now. Like, that's something you should be, like, excelling at.
Let me hear you say it. Everybody here wants to hear you say it. Give me what I want. You know what I want. You just don't want to give it to me.
Number 6, Hulk Hogan. One of the featured matches for WrestleMania 19 was the match between Vince McMahon and Hulk Hogan. In the build to the match, the two would have a now infamous promo confrontation on SmackDown. For some reason, Hogan completely forgot his lines and decided to say the infamous line of,
If you actually think that I was just the right guy at the right place at the right time.
It was incredibly
The right
awkward,
gay
and Vince's
guy.
hilarious
Yep.
facial expressions as he was trying not to break character made this segment even funnier. Number 5, Seth Rollins.
Freaking Rollins. Excuse me.
Before Seth Rollins would go on to have one of the best matches of his career at the 2015 Royal Rumble, he would conduct a now infamous promo on Raw to build to the match with Brock Lesnar and John Cena.
No.
Rollins clearly got
And it's like backstage too. Like you could have this thing that you can read the lines from. I forgot its name. Like,
confused in relation to his lines in the
That's
backstage
sad.
promo, as he would inform Cena that what he should do is to step away, take himself out of the match at the Royal Rumble, tuck his legs, tail between his legs,
Nah,
and
you
walk
don't do
off,
that.
saving himself with whatever dignity that he's got left.
no. What you do is take any opportunity possible to get back on track as soon as possible. This mentality is a loser mentality. Just because you messed up once doesn't mean everything is ruined. All right, you literally can get back, and you can even get back triple times better.
Take himself out of the match at the Royal Rumble, tuck his legs, tail between his legs.
Cena wouldn't
Tuck
let
his
Rollins get away
leg,
with
tail,
forgetting his
legs,
lines,
okay.
so he responded by asking the fans
I don't know how the hell I'm going to tuck my legs between my legs, but what I should do.
That's it. That's what I
which
love.
received a huge pop from the crowd. Number 4, The Miz.
There's a reason I am the title, reason making this the most relevant, prestigious title that WWE has, and I deserve the respect.
The Miz is
Okay,
well known for
he
being one of
went
the
really
best
mad
overall
there.
promo guys in the entire
Yeah,
WWE.
he and LA Knight, I
However,
love
it wasn't
them.
always this way, as during his Raw debut, The Miz would cut a promo in relation to how fans could vote in the Divas search, and unfortunately for The Miz, the pressure got too much for him and he completely forgot his lines.
Go to WWE.
I mean, are there girls there?
Dial 86946 and vote for your favorite Diva Search contestant.
Speaking to Alexa Bliss on her Uncool podcast, he would reveal, I forgot the phone number at the Diva Search, and I was the host of the show, and I literally forgot everything. When you're the host and you don't have cue cards, you don't have a teleprompter. You're just out there, and if you forget the phone number that everyone has to call to vote it,
God, like the most important thing. Okay, I hope he fixed it. And also, if you're a host of a show, please just get cue cards. Like, there is nothing wrong in holding those cue cards. They even look more professional.
On, guess what? That's not a good thing. And it's not like it was on the board or anything like that I could actually read off of. When that happens, you get this kind of knot in your stomach. You get a panic, you get a cold sweat going, and I never felt that before in my life. And when that happened, I was like, oh my god, this is what happened, and I froze. Everything just went white, and I was like, oh my god, and thank god the producers played someone's music, because I was like, I'm gone. I have nowhere else to go. I couldn't do anything, and it was my most embarrassing thing, and I'll never forget it.
Oh, because it's so unprofessional.
Now you guys know exactly why I got nervous. Check these girls out.
Exactly. Like, those girls around him, like, he literally could have, and he did make this joke, and everybody will be like, yeah, we get it, we get it. It's The Miz after all.
Number 3, Ronda Rousey.
The first woman in history to win a UFC championship and the WWE Women's title.
Ronda Rousey without a doubt over-delivered during her time in the WWE, as her match quality was excellent and the crowd seemed to love her.
What? I heard the opposite of that. I heard that she wasn't the greatest. She thought she can get everything.
However, when Becky Lynch and her character
background.
change really took off in 2018, fans began to reject Ronda in favor of Becky. As a result, WWE had no choice but to turn Ronda heel on the road to WrestleMania 35.
I poured my heart out and sacrificed my body for your entertainment. And what'd you do, huh? You booed me out of the Staples Center in Los Angeles, my home.
On the episode of Raw in early 2019, Ronda would be cutting a pure babyface promo to the crowd, but the crowd weren't interested in chanting anything else other than for Becky.
I know she's watching.
See, that's unfortunate for her.
Whilst booing everything Ronda would say.
So I'd like to thank Sasha Banks.
This would get Ronda flustered and forget her lines, and she actually stood there in silence for a long time trying to remember her lines as the crowd continued to boo. As it was clear that the promo wasn't coming back to Ronda, WWE would send Ronda's opponent Bayley out early to finish off the promo segment and put an end to the misery for
there's
Ronda.
Bayley to
Number 2, Randy
again.
Orton.
And see, she's
WWE
so
isn't
underrated
like the day
right
after
now.
Christmas. This is the Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania.
The best
The
Raws
Raw after
usually.
WrestleMania has been infamous for having the most die-hard wrestling fans in attendance, and these fans will always let their voices be heard. And when you forget your lines, the audience is going to let you know you messed up.
You want a shot at the world, at the WWE Championship. You want a shot?
We'll rewind back to 2013, and Randy Orton and Sheamus were in the ring, and they were discussing the actions of the Big Show from the night prior at WrestleMania 29, as he had turned on them in their opening match against The Shield. However, the crowd clearly got to Orton, who during his promo had somehow completely forgotten his lines. Orton then proceeded to ask Sheamus in the ring what the line was, and then Orton would carry on delivering the promo as if nothing happened.
We
And
literally
one,
can't see
Roman
that.
Reigns.
Congratulations.
And you see, these are one of the greatest. These are the legends of WWE. And if it can happen to them, and almost nobody's talking about it except in this video, and right now we're talking about it, but like almost never, and people are mentioning all the glorious and amazing matches they have delivered and the things they have done. So yeah, there is bounce back. It's possible.
It took you 5 years to cut a halfway decent promo, but now I'm about to shrink you down to size.
The feud between Roman Reigns and John Cena in 2017 was fantastic and was the type of build fans would expect for a WrestleMania match rather than a B-level pay-per-view such as No Mercy. One of the issues of the feud, however, was that it was completely exposed how much Reigns struggled with memorizing promo lines. This was long before Reigns would become the tribal chief and deliver convincing promos on television every week. But during the build to their match and No Mercy, Cena actually called Reigns out for forgetting his lines. Reigns would take a long pause during their promo, and Cena would break the silence by saying,
It's called a promo,
Shut
kid,
your
and
mouth,
if you want to be the big dog, you're going to have to learn how to do it, so go ahead.
Reigns quickly retaliated with shit.
Like, it's the worst to go against John Cena with those. And I feel like messing up in front of John Cena is the end for you, because he will call you out.
Your mouth, John, before his lines finally came back to him and the promo exchange could continue. Well, there you have it, folks. 10 embarrassing times wrestlers forgot their lines during a promo.
It's not the worst. The fans had a giggle, we moved on. Like, we don't take wrestling that seriously. And if you do, there is something wrong. Like, please, this is entertainment at the end of the day, all right? Like, don't take it that seriously. And it is live, so you have to give people the space to make things like they're just humans, all right? Even if they are the most professional out there, the mistakes can happen because they are always and constantly on the go. Like, there's so much pressure, there's so much going on. Like, they can't always be perfect and they cannot always give you perfection. So yeah, you need to understand that. But other than that, thanks so much for watching, and see you maybe on Patreon if you want to see more WWE reactions. Patreon.com/support. I will leave a link in the description down below. See you. Bye bye.